morning, everyone. FXwithTerry.com. Free Forex signals, premium signals, which is a lot more, and full auto trading, which we are going to talk about this morning because the public at large has no logic about what full auto trading means. I guess I could use the term copy trading. That's what is everywhere, and people have had terrible shit experiences with other people that do that, other companies. So we'll get into that. I'm quite pissed off this morning, so we'll get into some of that. It's fun to share your emotions, right? But the number one thing that I'm going for, and I need you to get off your ass and get into the comments, I need to know, if you've been watching my live streams at all, if the sound is louder right now. Maybe even too loud. I hope so, because I just spent an ass load shit ton on this brand new microphone, which you can see in front of me, which is the pop filter, so my voice doesn't pop when I start yelling at you. So let me know in the comments. I know there's a delay. I'm going to just sit here and wait and stare at the wall until someone says, and don't just say it's good. Give me like a 1 to 10, right? 10 is, oh my God, I've got to turn you down. Because I still believe that this expensive setup is not as loud as I wanted it to be. So we will see. Mark says, sounds great. Give me a 1 to 10. Give me a 10. 10 meaning you had to turn your volume down. And then less than that meaning you had to turn it up. So we're looking at a chart here. We're going to get into the free signals. Derek says, I hear you just fine. I get you guys. That's not enough feedback for me. Of course you hear me just fine. You heard me with my shitty microphone just fine. But give me a real volume level. Because, I mean, I got this microphone in my teeth. Here, let me put it closer. I'm going to put it right there. And it's probably going to squeal at you and make a bunch of noise. Let's do that right there. Derek says 6. I have to turn you up. That is not good. Maybe I could put this whole thing like in front of my face and you can only see my forehead. So we'll go with this. I really don't want it in my teeth or my face like that, but it is what it is. Could be my Mac, could be something. I don't know. It's all working fine. I spent hours setting it up yesterday. So let's get into the free signals. And if you're interested in learning fucking anything, stick around to the end. And I'm going to go into some details. And even before I get there, when I say details about my system, my service, even before I get there, listen to me. You probably don't sense it. You don't know me that well. I'm fucking pissed off this morning, right? Because of illogical people. But nonetheless, which happens like your entire life, right? Go drive down the street and have someone cut you off where they're in their car by themselves wearing the COVID mask, right? Tell me that is illogical and it doesn't piss you off. But I will also say this. I'm not perfect. I'm not perfect. And in fact, my system and the way that it's laid out and the descriptions of each of the different levels is not fucking perfect. I'm working on that daily. Absolutely working on it daily. I will tell you one thing that set me off this morning. We'll get into this, whether you care or not. And I already lost one person from the live, I can see. Oh, we're not talking trades this morning. We're just talking. Listen, there's a lot to learn here. But the programmer for my high profit auto trade system decided to change the software yesterday with zero indication. And everybody was messaging me this morning going, did I set my system up right? Have we not got any high profit trades? And I look at it and I'm like, everything's there. And then I go to the developer and he's like, oh yeah, we changed the software a couple days ago. Did you update? I'm like, you motherfucker. So anyway, so we missed some incredible trades last night. We'll make up for it, right? It is what it is. It's going to take me, another hour to do the update after this. So yeah, we missed some nice trades. Sorry about that. But that's the cycle of growth. And I'm going to tell a programmer, which I already did, that if it doesn't work today, I'll give it 24 hours because we're probably not going to have a lot of trades come in. If it doesn't work in the next 24 hours, I want my $10,780 back. That's what I want. So, yeah, we'll deal with that. So here is the free signals from FXWithTerry.com. We are in 2 EURCHF trades. Really no drawdown because it's partially in profit here. If we look at the chart, I'm trying to think, was this, yeah, actually yesterday we were in a Euro, I'm guessing here, but we can look back. Yesterday we were in a Euro Chief trade, and I think we were about right in here, and it took profit, and then we've went into another one, okay? Because, yeah, we did go into another one because the first sell was here and then it moved against, wicked out. It's coming back to the TP, which the TP is right here. So that's going to be a decent trade. In fact, one of the things I can do is look at the history for the week. Nothing was closed overnight. I think it was probably, it was this basket right here. So it took about a $15 profit roughly. So $242.11 closed for the week of a signal trade. This is a signal. This gets sent out. You take it manually. You type in whatever bid you want. My 0.10 is a reference, meaning whatever your base bid is to control your account, your lot size, your leverage, whatever your base bid is, should be 1 times that. And it was just 2 trades at 1 times that. And we won. Look at that. We won. Now, erase that, pause screen, and I will jump to premium as I change accounts here. Account number 688. I will tell you how many premium trades. This kind of gives you an idea of the volume of the market. And I do have to say, the full auto system, we need to talk about that later, but the full auto system sends trades on 22 different currency pairs. The premium section here, and I revealed it, but let's go back here. Let me actually do a count. Actually, I didn't. I'm sorry. Let me do a count of how many trades we're in. So 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 trades at a $355 drawdown. It's a reference. It's a signal. That's if you're not going to get that drawdown and on your account. You're going to bid what you want on these signals. You're going to bid what you should. How about we put it that way? So I will share this with you. Overnight, looking really good. Premium signals closed $140.92 in signal profits. You could have bid more. You could have bid less. You could have taken more trades. You could have taken less trades. Someone asked me today, and it just like, I'm going to deal with this. Plus, I'm kind of in a bad mood this morning. But people are like, well, there's so many signal trades. I can't keep up with it all. Okay, so go fucking full auto then, right? If you can't keep up with it, if you're not willing to set in front of your charts and set in front of your mobile phone, let's say, and take the trades, then what everyone wants, and it just drives me batshit crazy, is everybody wants one of 2 things. First, tell me exactly which pairs to trade out of the premium signals that are the absolute fucking best, that are going to go off now. I'm like, if I knew that, I'd know the future. I probably wouldn't be running a business like this trying to help anybody out. I'd already be a multi-billionaire because I knew the future. I knew that GBP JPY was going to go off the highest volume tonight, so I put $800 per pip on it. There's no way to know that. That's why we trade 22 currency pairs. That's why we trade ultimately with full auto system. We don't know what the market's going to do. Last couple days has been kind of slow. Looks like we got a little bit of volume last night. It increased, so we're looking pretty good. But there is no best currency pair to trade. There is no best lot size that will hold your drawdown within 5%. There is no best number of currency pairs or best lot size that will hold your that will hold your $100 account and turn it into $100,000. There isn't. But if you back the fuck out and you go, all of these trades win, it's a mathematical probability. I'm going to start out low. I'm going to take a few trades. I'm going to follow the guidance of the system, and I'm going to slowly grow. Take someone like Denise. Denise was telling me she had 25% return on investment in her account in a month. In less than a month maybe, right? But let's say a month. Is everybody going to get that? No, Denise knows what the hell she's doing. I haven't heard Denise come to me. I'm not to single you out, Denise. I haven't heard Denise come to me and say, please, Terry, give me the holy grail of the bids. Like, she's a Forex trader. She understands the basics. The advantage that I'm giving you, let's be clear here. You don't have to learn a strategy, ever. You really don't even have to learn Forex. What you have to learn is to manage your account. What's that mean? Not to overtrade 22 currency pairs when you really should only trade 3, and not to overbid $10 per pip when you only should bid 10 cents. That's it. Now, of course, there are, like, I'll give you an example. If you want to start a $1,000 account and put it on my auto trader, and you work 20 hours a day and you've got kids and a family, you got things going on, you don't ever want to look at your account, okay, then take my advice. Here's my advice. You have a $1,000 account that you never want to look at. Trade one currency pair, GBP USD, at the minimum lot size. Do it. It'll fucking run forever. Will you get rich overnight? You won't. But if you can manage this like a video game, and you can play the video game, and you can run, like we'll look at later, you can run your margin level percent. You can manage it. Oh, it's getting low. Better maybe force some losses, do some partial closes, close out some trades that are almost in profit, and manage that margin level percent. Awesome. That's what I do. That's what everybody does. It's what I talk about all the time. So yeah, so I still, Mark says, I think it's just right, a 9. Okay, perfect. I'm thinking that's it. See, I was asking everybody. I know there's a huge delay about my audio. I just want this to be quality, crisp, clear audio. I just want that. That's something I want. So let's go back to the pause screen. That was the premium signals. Looking pretty good. Let me look at my account numbers, and we're going to see what we're going to look at. Unfortunately, we do not have any high profit trades to look at last night. Let's see. I'm going to take a look at this. I'm going to take a look at the auto feed called the One Profitable Trade feed, because this will give me an opportunity to talk about it. People misunderstand it. They continue to misunderstand it. So let's take a look at this. And this is a bonus feed. The One Profitable Trade feed is a bonus feed you get with my full auto system. So that is account number 702. Let me pull it up here. We're in a couple trades. And in fact, I'll show you this. Whatever. I'll show you this. So the One Profitable Trade feed, I'm actually trading, it's currently taking 2 currency pairs because I was just trying to keep the volume going while the volume is low in the market. Normally it'd be trading just 1 currency pair to fruition. So we're in Euro CAD, and this is an auto feed sending out minimum lot size. When you receive this auto feed, you bid whatever the hell you want. A 1x multiply factor would mean that you're bidding 0.01. A 10x multiply factor would mean you're bidding 0.10 or $1 per pip. So this is, in a sense, it's a auto signal that gets sent out, and then on your account, you bid what you want. So if we look here, and don't pay attention to the fact that there's $1.63 in earnings overnight, that's not a point. You could have bid 100 times that if your account can handle it. If you have a little teeny tiny account, then you made $1.63 because you're bidding the minimum. But we had 2 winning trades, and that's the thing to focus on. So if I bid 10 cents and made 80, how much would I make if I bid $1? When I say 80, if I bid 10 cents and I made 80 cents, how much would I bid? It's just a multiply factor. So 10 times, what's 10 times 85 cents? $8.50. Right? And then it scales up from there. So you scale that based off of what your account can handle. Pretty straightforward. So let me talk about this feed. When people come to me, and it seems like everybody does lately, It's skepticism and fear of loss when it comes to money. I'm of a completely different belief when it comes to money. Spend every cent you got. It replenishes. The only reason it doesn't replenish, the only reason money does not replenish for you is because you haven't manifest money. I can tell you my way, but my way is one of billions, right? But it was a time when I needed money to survive. What I did was I went out and I made offers to the world based off of my skill set. If you don't have a skill set, go buy a book, right? You want to know what one of the first things I did was I bought, this was back in 2006, 2007, I think, when Facebook, maybe 2008, when Facebook was just starting. I was like, all right, I'm going to basically become a consultant. I'm going to become an expert on Facebook advertising and Facebook, basic Facebook social media marketing. So I bought a book off of Amazon for like $29 about Facebook. I read the entire thing. And then what I did is I went out to YouTube and I went out to the world and I just started repeating what I learned from the book. I was an immediate expert. Like, what's an expert? It's a guy from out of town with a briefcase. That's what an expert is. It's a guy who's from out of town. He don't live in that town, but he's got a briefcase. You get my point? Like, it's whatever you want it to be. So I went out and I sold that information. I actually sold that information that I had on Craigslist. I created a Craigslist ad. And I think I started out at like $350 a month. I'll teach you how to do social media marketing for your business. And pretty soon I was charging like $5,000 to $10,000 a month to do that. I read a book, right? So you got to go out and you got to get a little bit of knowledge and you got to create an offer. You got to offer the world something. That's why I love affiliate marketing. It's awesome. Speaking of that, guess what? I have an affiliate program. Very few amount of people are signed up for it. But if you went out, this is such a good system and service. And I bust my ass. I'm in the group every day. I always will be. I'm not going to give up on this. This is my legacy. This is something I like to do. Become an affiliate. People are out there trying to make 20% a month from a $100 account. I'm like, well, become an affiliate instead and earn some money. Just like Mark does. Mark said he, did all these prop firm accounts and then used profits from that to create his own live accounts with higher leverage. That's very smart. Everybody does that, right? So let's go on to the next account. Let me look at my account list, see what we're going to look at here. Next is the $3,000 original demo account that we are trading to $100,000 as proof of concept that my free signals, my premium signals, my full auto trading all work extremely well. So account 945 coming at you. Here it is. And let's take a look at this. So right now, wow. We were at 4,000 something yesterday. We're at 5,111 today. Just absolutely incredible. Now, this is an excellent example. We're at 847% margin level. Probably should start doing a little bit of mitigation here. Okay. And that's the whole point. I'm pushing the daylights out of this. These lot sizes, $1.50. It's surviving. It works. You might say to yourself, well, Terry, how's come I set up $1,000 account and you only had me bidding 0.01? Because you don't know how to manage your account yet. I can push the daylights out of this. Let's look at the results here. So overnight, $133.77 on a $5,000 account, $133 overnight. Look at this for the week here. $1,589 for the last 7 days on a $5,000 account. And it wasn't $5,000 before. This is more like mid fours, right? Like, as if I went and did the math on this, it's phenomenal. My system can handle this. But do you remember, was it last week that I did some mitigation on this account? And let's take a look real quick. Let's just do some mitigation and let's just take a look at what's going on here. So AUD JPY, one trade. Not going to mess with that right now. AUD USD, That is kind of in a holding pattern. Let's take a look down here. Euro CAD, I could get out of that right now. I'm not going to do this too early. Again, we're about 800% margin level. That's getting low, but it's not low enough for me to just start taking losses or closing trades out early. Let it go, right? I'm using this especially as an example account so you can see how to manage, and I'm going to push it right to the ragged edge. I already am with the lot size, but 843%, probably should start paying attention. We were a lot lower than that last week. We were at about a 270% margin level when I started going, okay, let's do some fixes here. So that's the point. So if you are able to manage an account, you can push this thing. I probably should do the math. You know what? Let's go have some fun. Let's do some math here. So when you click the week section up here, it shows you the last 7 days of trading. So there are 20 days of trading in the month. Okay. And let's just do some basic math. So we'll call it, let's round it off to $1,600. Okay. So here's what I do. I'm just going to be very general and basic here. So we've got $1,600 in profits in the last 7 days. So I'm going to divide that by 7. And we're going to make some averages here, right? Like, look at that number. I'm going to do that again. 1,600 divided by 7 is $228 per day on a, certainly it was originally a $3,000 account. You can see it's $5,000 now, but on like $4,500. That's incredible. So 228. So let's take 228 times 20 trading days a month. That's $4,560. Guess what that is? Are you ready? That's a 100% return on investment with the current market volume, my current lot size, my current balance. That's a 100% return on investment. You don't get that anywhere. Now, the only reason we're getting this is that I'm pushing the living hell out of it. So it can be done. And I'm being a degenerate gambler by running it at 831% margin level. And I'm going to let it go down from there. Now, not going to lie. There's going to come a time in this account when I've got to force some losses and we're going to lose some money off of this $1,589, weekly $230 per day profit. Probably going to happen. But I'm not going to blow the account. I shouldn't say I'm not going to. The likelihood of me blowing the account is extremely low. Like, extremely low. So you'll get to see it live and in real time. So that's a pretty impressive. If you look back over the last 30 days, this account has not been going that long. So it's $1,841. That's incredible. That's at a minimum on a $3,000 account. That's over a 50% return on investment. If you just look at the recent averages, because we're getting some, I didn't start this account out bidding excessively like I am right now. A 15x. I didn't start it that way. I started bidding 1x. So if you can manage, look at our margin level percent. Just took a big hit. It lost 100%. So it's down to 747. So I'm gonna keep an eye on it today. I don't give a shit what the drawdown is. Doesn't matter to me. If I'm a degenerate gambler, I don't look at that really at all. I look at this margin level percent. Derek says, boom, 100%. I mean, again, it's degenerate gambling. Don't do it on your own. But I use this as proof of concept that I'm taking all of these trades from the auto trader and just letting her roll. You'll notice, I think, what was it? 3 or 4 pairs out of the 22 that I blocked last week, just because I was like, let me close those down right now. I don't want to take any more volume of trades, right, on top of what I already got. So I blocked those. They're still blocked. We can go look at that in the copy system. So let's see if there's any other accounts to look at right now. I will look at one and then see if I'm going to share this with you. This is the really high. This is the large account. Let me see what's going on. Not too bad. Let me see what's. Yeah. All right. Let's take a look at this. So this account I'm going to show you is obviously a very large account, proof of concept. It's taking 2 sets of automated trades. It's taking my one profitable trade feed, which, as you've seen earlier, we're trading a couple different currency pairs. Normally it only trades one. I increased the volume, so you're going to see those here in a second. And then you'll also see what closed last night from the one profitable trade feed. Yes, I'm bidding a lot. Yes, this is a large account. The concept is the concept is the concept. You got a smaller account, you bid less, right? I have to say this. Let me share this with you. I recommended that if someone has a small account, $1,000 or less, that they take the one profitable trade feed, because it's very much in control of the fact that it's not going to overtrade. You can still overbid trading one currency pair. We could still have one currency pair that went 30 trades against us. It's going to happen. But if you look at this basket of Euro CAD right now, it's coming somewhere into the middle of profitability, and this Euro Chief is nicely profitable. Puts the account at $554 draw, or yeah, $600 drawdown. But look at this overnight. Closed $1,631.50 overnight. Euro USD closed really nice at 850, and ZDJPY closed at 9 to 150. These are great trades. Great system. Great system. Very stable. Probably have to manage this less, especially on a smaller account, if you're taking the one profitable trade feed and bidding appropriately, meaning not out of control. The same concept goes here as it did for the $3,000 to $100,000 challenge account that we just looked at. If you come over here and you're feeling uncomfortable with the margin level percent, you're only in 1 or 2 currency pair baskets, you can do some mitigation. If I wanted to mitigate my margin level percent right now, I would do a partial closer of a little bit of this loss. Force a little bit of loss. I just would. No big deal. Help my margin level percent. There's no issues there, right? Now, I also have to tell you that this has been taking the high profit trades, and this is also taking my one profitable trade feed. If I click the week, it's gonna look incredible. Okay, don't blow your mind, because this is more proof of concept than anything. So $62,000 for the week. My system works. Can you work it? Do you have any logic? Or do you still drive your car around with a COVID mask on while you're by yourself? You know what? I don't know. We talked about IQ last week. Not everybody has a one that can hold on to it. But here's the advantage you get. You don't have to have a high IQ to use my system. What you have to do is come in and maybe realize that I have one, and that if I'm telling you to do X and that doesn't match up with your dopamine receptors, that you probably should listen to me, as opposed to that dopamine addiction you have in your head to, I want to start a $100 account and make $1,000 a month. Otherwise, I can't afford this. No, you can't afford it. Okay. It's not that it has to earn a certain thing and you can't afford it. You can't afford it. Well, become an affiliate. I told people a couple days ago or yesterday in the group, I said, if you want to become an affiliate and you want affiliate marketing ideas, I'm full of them. I spent 25 years being a super affiliate on the internet. If you want to get ideas, the best top level ideas on how to market my system, fucking come to me. I'll give it all to you for free. $100,000 worth of consultation on how to become a super affiliate, which I don't want to do anymore. I did it. I don't have that desire for that. My desire is doing what we're doing. Back to the pause. I think there's one last account to look at. Yes, there is. This is my 1K live account that is a proof of concept that if you just set it at the minimum lot size, let it roll. I'm trading about 10 pairs out of the 22 on this account. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna tell you something. That is not true. I've been saying that. I'm gonna tell you what this is, and then I'll tell you what I'm doing. So here's what I did on that. So we're up $191. We're up 19% for the month because I started this 8,000% margin level. Beautiful. Closed overnight, $5.04. If you look at this on a daily basis, you're going to go, I'm not getting rich. What's the magic settings? I just said we did 19% on this account for the month, trading 10 of the lowest volatility currency pairs of the 22, trading 10 of those on autopilot at minimum lot size, 19%. It's absolutely possible. Here's why I get pissed, and I get pissed at the people that are like, well, Terry, you said, well, what should I do? Should I do the one profitable trade feed? Should I do the 10 pairs on the 10 pip automation? Oh my God, high profit. I'm going to put don't put the high profit auto trader on your tiny little account. Don't do it. You're going to lose. If you have a smaller account, the best way to do it is my automated trades. My main, it's called the 10 pip automation. That's what you should use. And you should use it at a reduced subset of the 22 currency pairs. I had someone say, well, you told me to do 10 pairs on the 10 pip automation on a $1,000 account. And then you told me to do the one profitable trade feed. I'm confused. Don't be confused. Choose. You know what the right choice is? The one you make. Get in there and manage it. I mean, Frank, if you're trading with your last $1,000 and that $1,000 has to be turned into $10,000 this month for you to survive, you're doing the wrong thing, my friend. Stop doing it. Stop doing it. So here is the thing, and I'm going to take some blame. And I don't want to get too deep into this, but I say this because it'd be nice to get some feedback from you guys, but I really don't get any because I must be perfect. I went off in the group today about, and you've pretty much heard me already say it, I get that if you truly look at what I'm doing inside of the fxwithterry.com free Discord group. Of course, we have upgrades. Premium signals is just a lot more signals that you would manually have to enter. And full auto trade is that. So let's talk about what full auto trade is, because people hear full auto that have no perception of what's going on in the Forex market, which is okay. I mean, I'm not saying, again, my system means you can skip 95%. You know what? I'd say my system allows you to skip 98% of what you need to know to make Forex work on your own. My full auto system, full auto means exactly this. The trade is entered for you automatically. It's placed for you on your account. When it scales into trades and adds more trades, those are automatically added to your account. When it takes profit mathematically for an entire net profit on a trade or a basket of trades on a currency pair, it does that automatically. Period. End of story. That's what auto means. Auto does not mean that my AI system looks at your $125 account and sets the bid properly and sets the number of currency pairs you should trade properly. It doesn't know what you got. It has no idea what you have. It also has no idea what your unrealistic expectations are from it. It has no idea whether you know how to get out of some trades if your margin level percent has went way too low. It has no idea about that stuff. So if you overbid on your $125 account, you'll lose it all overnight. What's interesting about my system is, and I know this for a fact, I've tested it. I put my full auto system at the minimum bid size on a $100 account. It lasted for about 15, 16 days and then blew itself out. But those 15, 16 days, I mean, we're talking, it was making 30% profit a night, right? Because it can handle that. But then the market, the volume of the market, a certain currency pair, news events pushes a certain currency pair. And my system goes, okay, I'm going to mathematically add two, so I can bring this back. It has, my auto system has no fucking clue how much money you have in your account. It has no, it pays no attention to your margin level percent. That is your job. That is your job as the account holder. And there are many people in this group. In fact, the people that need to hear what I'm saying right now aren't here. They're not here. They're probably not even going to watch this. So one of the things I'm getting ready to do is I'm going to start creating, from my end, they're called sales videos, but I'm going to make explainer videos on all of the different levels. And I'm going to show, not tell. I'm going to do my best to show, not tell. I'm pretty good at telling, but I'm going to show. And then I'm also going to put a section in there that pretty much talks those people. I'm going to sound rude right now, but this is the reality. It's going to talk the low IQ people out of it. It's going to talk the people that want to start a $100 account. I've seen people start $10 accounts. Put my full auto trader on it. Get back with me the next day and go, what happened, Terry? I'm like, oh, well, let's take a look. Like, let me log. I'm like, you put full auto trader at a 50-cent lot size on a $10 account? What? Well, you said it's full auto. I did. So I'll take the hit on that one. But I will explain what full auto means in my upcoming explainer video where I show. But I'll also have to tell. I'll have to tell you what doesn't work. So did I lose anybody? I'd lost one person basically. Probably because my swear words or my angry. And we're live on YouTube, right? And if you're finding this 7 years from now, come on into the group. We've only gotten better. fxwithterry.com. Come take the free trades. Come take the free trades. I don't know how the perception from them taking my free trades and winning, where they manually entered, and that perception coming over to full auto, I'm going, I thought this was full auto. Thought I didn't have to manage. I thought you were going to tell me what to bid and what pairs. I will give you my best guidance. I'm not beating around the bush. If you have X account, you could do this, 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 or this. However, what I do is I don't overwhelm you with options. I usually give you one or two. Even when I give people two options, well, which one should I do? So I started to think that maybe the best way to do this, so beware, and this will piss people off, I'm like, you cannot put my full auto system on a live account for the first 2 weeks. You must demo trade. Like maybe I'll even make it like a challenge. Demo trade for 2 weeks. I'll look at your results after that. Generate a report and show me, right? So we'll see. We'll see what happens. Will that kill my business? Probably fucking will. And I'm not trying to do that. But Jesus, you got to help people that don't have any common sense. And more importantly, I know there's people out there, well, Terry, they just don't know. Okay, it's time to know. Ask me. I know. What should I do? You should do this. Okay. Instead, they go back and forth with me. Well, what about this? Well, what about this? I thought you said it was full. So you can see I'm a little pissed off. But bring some common sense to it, and I will do a better job on my end to detail out without killing my business. I mean, it's funny. When I first started this group and I brought some people over to it, I was like, let me, and maybe it was another group that I had, but I said, let me explain the reality to this. people came into the group, and I said this very first thing to them. I said, listen, you can and probably will lose all of your money really quick trading Forex. And people are like, well, why would I want to do that? I'm like, first off, it's called a disclaimer. But I don't know. Why would you want to drive around in your car with a mask on? I don't know. I don't know why you would want to do that. But certainly taking my advice is one thing. Couple my advice with you practicing just a little bit. I mean, look at that challenge account where I'm pushing it to the limits with a 15x multiplier. Yeah, I can do it because I can manage it. Doug said, people need to realize there's risk involved. Like, you know what, Doug? Like, think about what you just said. Do they really need to do that? Of course there is, right? Like, and I'm not saying this to you, Doug. I'm like, duh, no shit, there's risk involved. The funny thing is, I wish I could quote the guy, but he was like, risky? It's all risky. It's all risky. I walked outside this morning to turn my generator on for my RV and make some coffee, and I took a huge risk. Let's talk about some of the risks I took this morning. There could have been a fucking bear out there. I got a big can of bear spray. There could have been a bobcat out there hiding underneath my truck and attacked me. Right? Could have been a bear hiding under my RV. A door from a Boeing 747 could have fallen off and been pummeling towards me while I was turning my generator. Like, it's all risky. Doug says the rewards have been amazing. Well, you know what? See, I appreciate Doug saying that, but I know Doug enough to know that Doug has a high IQ. So you want any advice? Not that Doug will give it to you. That's the kind of person you go to. Doug's been trading this system. He's been through the ups and downs, and I don't even hear from Doug. He's using the system. I'm like, he's doing good. Must be doing good. Right? So certainly there's risk involved, but there's risk in everything. There was risk in being born. You know what? Do me a favor. Get to the end of your life on your fucking deathbed and tell me how risky it was to do fucking nothing with your life. There's a severe price to pay when you have avoided all risk. Because you got nothing out of it. You got no legacy to leave your family. You got nothing. Talk about legacy. Check this out. This video right now will be live on the internet for the next 1,000 years. People will look back at this and go, wow, that's how it used to be, huh? Yeah, that's how it used to be. Look at that guy. He died happy and rich. Okay, cool. Maybe you don't want that. Maybe you want to die, poor, destitute, and in fear. You're welcome to do that also. Doug says, amen. Preach, brother. I could go on and on about this. Appreciate you watching the live today. And it's interesting. I know I seen Doug was leaving a comment to my my moody rant this morning. So I'm interested to go back because I know he's probably supporting me in what I said, which I really appreciate. And I know that I'm going to, and I already did, offend people because I used the F word and all this other stuff and way. But I have to live by my personality, and my personality is it's edgy. It's going to feel uncomfortable, right? But it's okay. I succeed, and I would love to see you succeed. Just try to take my advice as best as you can and work with it. So appreciate you watching. Wednesday, hump day, March 6th. Tomorrow's Thursday. We're waiting on, I'm hoping it's going to be some exciting trading between now and tomorrow. I'm going to do you a favor, and it's going to be tough on me, but I've got to put this new programming in place. Once again, do the programming update for the high profit feed and high profit trades, the gold, the US 30, so on and so forth. I've got to update that programming, and because last night I updated it yesterday, but I didn't update it fully. So we had some really nice US 30, two US 30 and a gold trade go off overnight at like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and I didn't catch it, and it didn't come through. So I apologize for that. However, it's one day. I'm going to stay up all night tonight, all night. Make some coffee. See my cup here, happy camper. Make some coffee. I'm going to stay up all night and get those trades out in the high profit feed. So Mark says, you mean we can't just pay you $50 per month for you to send us $150? I mean, you know what's interesting, Mark, is I would never guarantee anybody that, but you actually can, and you know you can. But that's also true. If you just have no perception of what a bid is, or what margin level percent is, and that's all I'm asking you to learn. Imagine someone else teaching you a strategy with the itchy, I call it itchy, Ikimoku cloud, the Kinsen and Sinsen and all this, all this stuff on a strategy, the MACD and the all this other stuff. Those things are extremely hard. All I'm asking you to do is understand your account balance and your leverage that you have. So that's just a foundation of your account. Pay attention to your bid and your margin level percent and how to control that. Turn some currency pairs on, turn them off. Do a partial close if it gets too bad, or close some other trades and don't take any more of those. Like, that's it. And I know I'm being general with it, but that's it. Doug says, everyone needs to blow at least one account. It put a lot in perspective. You know what? And Doug, you could not be more fucking right. But boy, is that a hard pill for me to tell people. I blew dozens of accounts to the path that we are at right now. Dozens. I'm not saying I don't blow accounts anymore. I know what I did. I know I was pushing the ragged edge, and then the market hit me hard in the middle of the night while I was sleeping. Every time, right? So Doug had some experiences and put it all in perspective, and I'll bet you are an absolute master of that concept now. Like you completely know it, you see it, you feel it coming. Derek says, I blew $28,000 on my own thinking Terry's system rocks. So I'll explain that. So Derek, if Derek's going to bring it up, I'll say it. So Derek got into a very similar situation that I've seen everybody. And there are people that is like, well, Terry, why am I taking your suggested bid, right, on my account size when every one of your trades win? So he'd come back to me the week later. He's like, I'm doing 10x multiplier now. I'm like, whoa, you probably shouldn't do that. He's like, Terry, these are all winning, man. I'm crushing. He's showing me his profits. I made 112% last week. Okay. Next week, he's like, oh my God, this system is amazing. He's posting profits from like a 3K account. He's posting profits from a 3K account at a 35x, a 35 times bid to what I told him he should bid. And I'm like, those are incredible results. And then he went away for like a month. I'm like, hey dude, where you been? He goes, oh, I lost everything. Oh, you did? He goes, and I feel bad. And he goes, you told me. And he goes, I look back and you told me 100 times. And I'm like, yeah, yep, I did. I told you 100 freaking times. And it's kind of the same thing. Derek done something a little bit different, but it's exciting, right? And he had a really nice account. I don't, once you blew the 28K, I don't know where you started at. You might have started at 10 or 20. I don't know. But it was the same thing. It's like lulled into, oh, this just crushes. Oh my God, I'm getting rich. Oh my God, and boom, all gone. And I think, tell me if I'm wrong, Derek, it went from 28K down to like 95 cents in one night. I'm pretty sure that's what it was. And it was, I've done the same thing. I lost $23,500 in one day on a GBP JPY dumb trade. right? I was up $8,000 one time on a Friday and woke up Monday morning with it all gone. Because of that learning experience, right? That kind of stuff, I don't make those mistakes anymore. Derek says, yep, 100% true story there. So, I mean, that sucks. I feel bad for people. But it's not like I was saying, yeah, keep pushing it. No, go from 1x to 10x to 35x. I'm like, shouldn't do that. Probably shouldn't do that. No. Yeah, I know it's always winning, but there's a happy medium somewhere in there, right? The big thing to reference, and I'll end with this, I say it all the time, go look at what the S&P 500 does, which is, let's call it 10% a year. A year or two ago, it was minus 19, 20%. And then compare to what you're making. You know, someone yesterday said they'd done 25% on their account. I was like, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. On $1,000 account, that's $250. Wow. Wow. Derek says I started at 8K, took it to 28K. Yeah. I mean, like you've seen my challenge account, that thing's crushing. What did we say? We did 100%. Are you going to do 100%? I don't know. Can you? I don't know. Is your Derek says, yep, went to 95 cents. Yeah, that's painful, but stop doing that shit. Am I the master? No, but my guidance will keep you in the pocket until you can maybe learn on your own. And that's why I do what I do now, where we do the management stuff. That's going to go so far. When we start getting really tight on that account, I'll do like dedicated lives to managing that account. And if you don't learn something from that, I don't know what will. All right. I just talked for 53 minutes. Hopefully you got some value in that. Appreciate you being here. Doug says, I'm not afraid to take losses when needed now. Exactly. Because it's tiny little losses and instead of the entire account, right? Because you know you can make up those tiny losses. Hell, you can make up a 50% loss with my system. You can, if you know how to manage it and do the things that I'm showing you. So that's it. Appreciate you guys watching. Happy Wednesday. Shitty weather here, so I don't know what I'm going to do today. Maybe just kind of do some programming and take a nap, eat a cheeseburger. We'll see. Actually, the truth is I'm fasting for 21 days, so that probably makes me more irritable. Doug says 17% last month. That's incredible. And I know Doug has some pretty big accounts. That's incredible. Like 17% a year, investors would be like, yes, please. I'm currently managing a hedge fund account that only wants me to create 2 to 6% a month. I'm like, okay, we'll do that. So pretty cool stuff. That's it. Appreciate you watching. I will catch you guys in the group. You're going to see a lot of activity in there today if we got some volume. And keep an eye on this new programming. I'll be up all night to make sure that you get the high profit auto trades. So I'll see you guys later. Take care.